Welcome back to Dynne Plays Dragon Quest IX. On the last episode, we did the most incredible thing imaginable. We made French onion soup, and to anyone who's made French onion soup, you know how much of an achievement that is. On this episode, we need to go back to the train because, Stella has her television show, and the only TV capable of actually owning those channels is the one on the Starflight because, of course, that's equipped directly to Almighty Television because, they're a holy flying golden sparkly train, so of course they'd have access to the season finale of Lost. But unfortunately, Stella is going to have to take a back seat on the train of life for a minute because I am a fool. I am a forgetful fool. I need to fight enemies. Specifically, you first. You are the most incredible person, or well, not the most incredible person, but you have the most incredible name of them all because you are the Gastropog. The body of the Gastropog is in a constant battle, torn between tearing itself apart and its shell not allowing that very outcome. The Gastropog is in eternal torment. No one has ever been able to figure out why this pitiful creature has evolved in such a way, but one theory is that to survive in ancient times, they would have needed to fight far more terrifying foes than the present. So the strongest Gastropog would have resorted to self-annihilation to protect their brethren. And anyone who knows anything about gastropods is that you know how incredibly prehensile that tongue of theirs is. So I'm going to take full advantage of the fact that we are incredibly powerful people now and destroy every one of you. They're faster than me. Please don't dazzle. Oh no, you're hallucinating. Stop. No. Oh no. The brains of the operation, Dynne and Nuts, are both hallucinated. That does not bear any good news. Oh no, you missed. Hallucination as a status effect will just allow you, or well, cause you to miss every so often, and by every so often, it's pretty consistent. Oh no, he's licking Charles. Oh, thank God he's not affected. He's still hung up on Morag, evidently. Although it's not a guarantee shot that they hit, or well, they miss. Wow, 125 critical hit. Oh my God, Bolts, that knife has made you incredibly powerful. The potency of your attacks cannot be overstated. 64 gold coins. How incredible. There are 2 more enemies that I need to fight. The No, leave me alone, Whooper. You're not one of the enemies that we have to fight. Whoopers. Go away, Whoopers. No, Charles, hold on. No, Frizz, buttons, go. Everyone attack. Oh, wow, it's gone haywire. You've killed him. You've killed him, Charles. He's dead. Oh, wow, 1 damage. Thank you, deflection. Would you please stop deflecting my attacks? It's so unbelievably rude. You're not allowed to do this thing. Stop dodging. Oh my God, Whooper Troopers, they're so annoying. Die. There are 2 more enemies that I overlooked over the course of existence. I forget what the 3rd one was. Oh God, what was the 3rd one? I know, I'll know it when I see it. I know there's another one. Don't leave me alone, Troopers. It's not the bubble slime. It's not the butterfly. Scarecrow, that was one of them. We must do battle. This, Ragged Reaper, not a Scarecrow. These guys are kinda scary. Much like humans, Ragged Reapers have so many different dispositions that you would never be able to get the measure of one until you started to get to know one. Though you must be cautious in that endeavor because some Reapers will use their scythes to simply tend to their fields. Some will use them to act out their favorite scenes from the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy, and others still will use their scythes to chop you up and turn you into their favorite all-natural fertilizers. Or, well, they would be if we were less competent than we are, because we are kind of powerful, and by kind of powerful, I do absolutely mean completely and utterly cracked. Because, the spell that we have called Crack is rather potent. So, just be aware, they've got slashing attacks. If you're coming here for the first time, they might be dangerous. They're not super deadly, though. What was the other one? What was the last one? What was the last one? Maybe I should just run around for a hot minute until I can find the last enemy that we needed. Was it around up here? Was it in front of Zir? It might be. Let's see if we can find you. Yes, you, Tom Nook. Or, well, his estranged cousin from the continent. The Nook family has fingers in every pie across the Protectorate, housing markets, spies to several monarchies, and designing fursuits for plumbers. These are just a few of the professions of these tanukis. The bopping badger, however, has simple tastes due to their obsession with interpretive dance. Don't assume that they don't live up to their family name, though, because these badgers can instantly mimic any dance, no matter how short a time they're able to watch said dance. And they never forget them either. Many long-forgotten dances were recovered through the observation of the bopping badger. He has weaponized furniture, and we are going to destroy it with the utmost of pain and suffering. Oh no, 6 damage. However will I cope? By setting you on fire. Burn! I will burn your leaf and poke it full of holes and destroy you. And that's all of the enemies that we have to deal with. Perfect. I just wanted to get those things out of the way so I could stay on top of the enemy bios, because if... Ooh, a treasure chest drop as well. A bolt of even cloth. Wow, that's pretty good. We'll probably need a lot of even cloth in the future. Relatively quickly. Not quickly, but... Anyway, we'll need even cloth. But now that that's out of the way, why do I have Lunaria? Why do I still have that? Did I need that for something? Oh, I needed that for a recipe that it didn't actually go through with. That's not a concern. I'm going to take one of our Chimera wings, and I'm going to head back to Stornway. That way, I can finally all the way go back to the train. My language skills are firmly out the window, but that's fine. More coagulant. Oh, the wizards are scared. Oh, they're running scared for the hills. That's perfectly fine. We don't care about that. I need to introduce all of you guys to the Starflight Express. I don't know if you guys probably can't see Stella because you're normal mortals. But hopefully you guys will be able to, actually see the Starflight. Because if you can't, we're going to be stepping on mid-air, and then you're going to go flying in a bunch of invisible trains. And I don't know... Charles will probably be fine. He's been exposed to magic for like 6 decades. He'll be fine. I worry about Bolts, though. I really don't know how she would do in the sky. Hang on a minute. What's gone wrong now? The Starflight looks exactly the flappin' same. I was sure we'd have given it a new release of life. It's a lease on life. It's because you're renting out the motivation to keep living, wake up in the morning. No one, trust me, I have observed enough mortals to know that no one has enough intrinsic motivation to get up in the morning. Everyone wants to just stay cozy, wrapped up in their burrito blankets. But lease on life. They rent out the motivation to live from us Celestrians. How else do you think we could put up with mortals forever? They take our motivation to not do anything. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't, but that's fine. It's a Celestrian thing, not a mortal thing. Mortals don't have to comprehend my words. My words are beyond their ken. If the Almighty had noticed all of our good work and decided to help out, it'd be all glowing. Well, I mean, it's not exactly a matte painting. It looks kind of glowy, kind of. It's got like that kind of transparent blue. I can't have got the wrong end of the gear stick on this one, can I? Do trains have gear sticks? Like if you wanted to shift into a higher gear on a train, do they have? Isn't like a train, because the Starflight, it's a steam coal-powered train. So to make it go faster, wouldn't you just have to shovel more coal or benevolescence? I don't know. It's a magic train. Does it use coal power? Is it a hybrid train? It uses electricity. I understand. Oh, okay. It's all been made clear. They travel through thunderclouds and harvest the lightning bolts as energy. That's how it flies. I got it. Okay, understood. No, of course not. What the hell are you talking about? Do you have any idea how dangerous it would be to fly a giant metal train through a thundercloud? We'd be fried the first time that happened. You dingus Celestrian. Screw your head on straight, you fool. Stick with what you know. Guard the local rose bush. I'll go to Erin's house and steal one of her flower vases for you to take care of. Wow, Stella, that's crazy scathing. You have been insulting my elf speak for this entire adventure, Dynne. Shut up. I will insult you as much as I want. Come on, I'm sure it'll perk up once we get inside. It's a grower, not a shower, because that's the power of trains. It only has one carriage, and its caboose is non-existent. This train has no caboose, and as we all know, the caboose is the most important aspect of any train. It's pitch black. How are we supposed to watch the season finale of Lost if the train has no power? I don't believe it. It all looks exactly the flapping same. I'm getting deja vu. I feel like you said that very often. And after we went to all that trouble, it took us like 6 hours straight just to do all the things to make the people happy, to give us their substances. How am I supposed to get back to the world shrub if I don't have substance? Has the Almighty decided to turn a blind ear on us or something? I mean, he's never spoken to any of us. Why do you expect him to talk to us now? I don't even have wings anymore. Yikes. Oh my God. Sorry, Almighty Sir. I will not call you a prick anymore. You good, Stella? You're kind of flapping your wings kind of hard. You'll exhaust yourself. What was that? The whole thing moved when you came in just then. Well, you know, I have a way with the cabooses, if you know what I'm saying. When you came in. I'm not coming in the train, Stella. That's extremely rude. It is a dignified lady, and I am not going to deface its golden splendor in such a vile way. That's it, Dynne. I don't know what you're talking about. The benevolence you got from helping that knight has given you back some of your Celestrian powers. Well, as long as I don't have a halo or wings, I will always be lesser. How am I supposed to get the number 2 spot from Aquila if I don't have a pair of wings? Maybe I can get like a paraglider or something. I need to be able to fly. It looks like this is my first instinct, and it didn't stink after all. Well, that's because by a very narrow margin, I didn't throw you in the moat. The Starflight will fly if she has a Celestrian on board. Okay. How did you fly this thing before? Did you have a local Celestrian, or were you doing this by yourself? I feel like you're not giving me all of the relevant details, Stella. But first, you need to help people so you can get your powers back. If I can get a pair of wings, I will literally do anything. Get back all of your powers, and we'll have the old girl flying again like a dream. We'd better flat-foot it over to that town beyond that checkpoint. I bet it's cram-packed with people that need our help. That was my instinct. I didn't even want to come back to the train. I wanted to explore the town. But no, there's someone who would put an idiotic piece of leather bowl on their head. Oh, his instincts. We gotta trust a guy with a leather bowl on his head. How are you gonna eat cereal out of a leather bowl? It would just make the leather all pathetic and the milk taste like trash. Like moat water. There's hope at last. There was always hope. You just don't listen to me. Time to disembark on a mission of mortal mercy. Are we gonna, like, grant mercy to the mortals? I don't know if I can stomach that. Dynne presses a switch on the control panel at random. Nothing happens. Of course nothing happened. What just exploded? Oh, they grow up so fast, don't they? Look at you winning your 100th battle already. My little victor. Have I won 100 battles? An accolade! My name's not Victor, though, so I think you might have gotten confused. Presented to Victor on the occasion for his 100th Dynne in battle. That is incredible. Thank you, Stella. Why did you interrupt my monologue about the button pushing just to tell me that I fought 100 creatures? That's not, the quest list. Can I look at the quest list? Look at this quest list. We've done quest 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Where is quest number 6? Not important. We'll do that later. What is our numbers at? 11%. Ooh, and 15 on the items. And 3 on the wardrobe. And 1 on the Alchemanomicon. Come on, Alchemanomicon. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna shut up. Why does anyone listen to the ramblings of a mad Celestrian? I should make my own television show. I'm sure I can get Aquila to fund a television show if I pitched a good idea. I could just, like, I could have, like, a GoPro or, like, Celestrian camcorders just, like, over my shoulder, and I can record my mad ravings. I'm sure that'll be, like, the next big hit. My $1 million idea. The ramblings of a very stressed out Celestrian trying to find checkpoints and substances. Anyway, the checkpoint is by the bridge and it's 1 million miles away, so I'm going to just poof us over there. I've poofed us over here. The poofing? Well, I did learn from Morag, and if you ever get a puff puff or a poof poof from Morag, oh boy, Bridget would get jealous. Now that the stramish with the White Knight's over, we're not allowed, or, well, now we are allowed to let folk through the checkpoint again. The monsters up ahead are a good deal stronger, though, so mind how you go. New monsters that I'm going to ignore because of external, nonsensical reasons. Old man in a fez, I feel like I've seen you before. I'm on my way back from Cough-inwell up in the north. What an ominous-sounding name for a village. I am going to name this town after a coffin. Either this town was settled by vampires or the undead, and those are very distinct, non-similar beings. Because vampires, believe it or not, as someone who has studied extensively about all of the creatures that exist in this world, vampires are not technically classified as the undead, they are the unliving. They're not alive, but they're not undead, because the undead would imply some level of deadness and then being brought back, like reanimation. Vampires aren't reanimated life or corpses or anything like that. They've just been stripped of their life. They haven't been killed, because if they've been killed and reanimated, then they'd be different things like liches, potentially. Sorry, I get confused when I talk about vampires. It's a very confusing subject. The taxonomical the Declaration of Vampires states that any vampire that doesn't suck and lick blood deserves to be shoved full of onions and stuffed into a oven at 350. I don't know, Asterion is screwing up my head. Anyway, I'm back from Cough-inwell. I was thinking I could sell things. The place was in a terrible state, though. I got myself out of there as fast as my feet would carry me, I can tell you. If you're headed north, I'd advise you to be very, very careful. Well, I will not do that, because careful is not something I'm capable of comprehending. Are you number 6? Hey, you've just come from Stornway, haven't you? How'd you know? I really need to get my hands on a wing of bat. Apparently, the Drac mages over near Zir drop them all the time. There's no great rush or anything, but do you think you could bring me one next time you're passing? Please? Please? I need one. How am I going to throw this spear of mine through an ancient Zonai temple of light ring? The ring of light that I need to summon I had a lot of trouble with that side quest in Tears of the Kingdom. It just took me forever because I am not observant. Number 10, Wings of Love. A soldier at the Stornway checkpoint has asked you to bring him a wing of bat. Apparently the Drac mages near Zir often drop them. I will do this thing for you. You will? Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh, I suppose I'd better introduce myself. I'm Romeo. I work as a guard here. The thing is, it's all the rage with the girls at the moment to add a bit of pizzazz. Some pizzazz. Ooh, I could go for some pizzas. To an outfit with a wing of bat. Is that the current style? My god, I cannot keep up with all of the trends of these humans. It's like one day it's glitter and sequins. The other day it's lighting yourself on fire. Or, well, you know, fake fire. The non-burning kind of fire that happens when you can, you know, channel your inner auras. And then now it's apparently wing of bats. It's so weird. So my girlfriend, she's been kind of pestering me to go get one for her. They can be so demanding sometimes. Tell me about it. Like, oh my god, the Queen of Stornway, she doesn't stop crying. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm a Celestrian that doesn't have to deal with the whims of mortal women if they cry so much and ask for bat wings. How am I supposed to, in good conscience, tear the wing off of an innocent bat? They're such a lovely creatures. And I have to literally tear only one. It can't be a matching set. It has to be one. They're just, humans are so cruel. Anyway, if you can get one for me, I'll be able to escape an ear bending. Why? It's a gift. If you don't get one, you don't get to complain about it because it's a gift. Ugh, God, I feel like your relationship is going to be extremely rocky if this is the foundation it's built on, dude. Can I break your pots, barrels? Can I raid your wardrobes? It's empty. What do you have? Are you fully prepared to venture into new territory? Yes. Well, you'd better be. It's a fair old way to the next town of Cough-inwell. I'm more than ready. I don't suppose I have a wing of bat. I'm almost certain that I do not. However, I might as well check. Groats, cow manure, horse manure, slime, snake skin, Gleban guineas, and even cloth. Well, that's not helpful. I will have to go and get those eventually. But not right now, because this is an entirely new area for us to explore. This is Eastern Cough-inwell, and as you may be able to see, there are new enemies. No, leave me alone. Don't touch me. I am not prepared to fight you guys. I need to get to town. I need to get to safety. Oh, birds. Oh my god, more robot birds. Oh my god, I can't handle robot birds. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, sentient flowers. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. I need to get to town. They have go-karts. Oh my god, some of these creatures have go-karts. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. We can get to Baby Park. Oh my god. I love Baby Park. It was my favorite map in all of Double Dash. No, don't touch me. Get in town. Go, 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 town. Oh no. Oh, what do we have? Lovely leafy larrikins. These are Larry the Cable Guy's leafy cousins. The leafy larrikin loves leisurely travels. You see, they're collectors of all sorts of things, from shoes to souvenir mugs to bottles of sand from various beaches. These leafy dudes will hoard it all. The reason why they do this? They are an extremely forgetful species of flora, and if they don't collect these memories of their travels, they'll forget they ever traveled at all. And if they keep traveling to places they've already been to, well, that would just be a waste of money now, wouldn't it? They've technically just made it back from a trip to Japan because they have those very special yet oddly designed sandals. They're also, are they technically spiders? They have 5 legs. It's such a weird amount of legs because like if you had 8 legs, that's understandable because then you'd have like, 4 on each side. It's pretty balanced and everything and it's good. But like 5? It's like they skitter around so strangely. Who did you fall in love with? It got enthralled by someone. Well, it doesn't matter. They're all dead. Leafy larrikins, they have been defeated. Party members have gained experience, 56 gold. How incredible. I was mere pixels away from making it to town. And what a town it is. Welcome to Cough-inwell. A new abode for us to explore. Hello, dude. You're our first face in this, somber-sounding town. I don't mean to speak out of turn, but I'd keep away from this place if I were you. Cough-inwell's days are numbered. You mark my words. If you don't want to perish along with the rest of us, be on your way. Oh my god, a town that's going to meet their most untimely demise. That sounds like a perfect place for me to sow my seeds and garner substance. Let us explore. Let us explore this new and unknown world. It looks like our lovely churchyard will be filled with new graves before long. Wow, you guys are extremely peppy, aren't you? Am I gonna talk to everyone and they're gonna be like, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. I've got my coffin picked out and everything. It's got this nice gold and ebony inlay on the bevels, and it's just a master of craftsmanship. It's the magnum opus of the local coffin maker. I imagine mine will be... Oh no, everyone's sick. Luckily for us, Celestrians once again proving their incredible superiority over mortals. We don't actually get sick. We can't contract diseases or any kind of sicknesses. It's genuinely fantastic. I love being a Celestrian. You guys are pretty cool. And if you ever get sick, I'll brew up some French onion soup for you. It's a local cure-all. There's a book called All About the Almighty. As a Celestrian, I'm already quite intimately familiar. Dynne takes it from the shelf. I was very good in piety class. My reverence score was like a 98, and it was only a 98 and not 100. I still maintain this is because the teacher of the piety class really hated me. Apparently, Akila did something reprehensible to her back in the day, and I'm like, that hatred carried on to me. And like, legally, she couldn't actually fail me, but like she... Again, Apis Major said, don't go into it, Dynne. Don't bring it up anymore. I've gotten you the 98. I can't get you those last 2 points. She took them away on a technicality. Anyway, sorry, I ramble. High, 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 high above the sky. The Almighty really loves to get high. He likes to show off his superiority over all of creation. Further than the eye can see lives a very important person called the Almighty. That seems kind of reductive. It's just like, yeah, there's really important dude in the sky. He's like the Almighty. He's the creator of everything, the maker of free will. All sentient life worships him as a god. You know, he's a really important dude. He's always looking down on everyone from his home above the clouds, except for the people who want to make trains fly, evidently. Ugh. Although, if Stella was my only avenue of conversation, I too would have been like, can I just ignore her? If I just ignore her, maybe she'll go away. She's already painted this holy sanctum of mine in floral wallpaper I can't handle anymore. And if that was the case, I would ignore her too. Okay, yeah, no wonder he probably has never spoken to us. Why does this also have two people? Dynne examines the Guardian statue. On it is engraved the name of the Guardian who watches over Cough-inwell. Who is it? Who is it? Are they not even taking responsibility for their sick town? It's engraved the name of the Guardian. I need a name. I need to bring this disgrace up with Apis Major. The town is sick and the Guardians are not even on their statues. How pathetic do you have to be? Truly pathetic. Barrels. $2. Nice. I just stolen their retirement fund. 1 gold apiece. Oh, they probably subscribe to the tradition of putting a gold piece under the tongue so you can pay the ferryman after they die. I have just condemned these poor souls to eternal damnation upon the banks of the river Styx. I apologize, but I will not give you your money back. It's going to a better cause. They say that the shrine to the west of here was built to cover over the entrance to some ancient ruins. That means more loot. In fact, that's why Dr. Dr. Fleming. Why does that name sound incredibly familiar? Arthur Conan Doyle. Now, why did that name come out of my mouth? I don't know. That's why he came up here in the first place, to investigate what it was all about. I don't actually know anyone named Doyle. Nobody in my family has the contagion yet, thank the Almighty. Contagion, you say? The first clue about what is infecting this coffin-focused town. I'm beside myself with worry that my husband or my child will come down with it at any minute, though. I am not seeing any children. Do you have hallucinations? I can fix that for you by reading the books. There's a book called Get Creative with Fur and Hide. Ooh, I'm a master of hide and seek. I once hid for 13 straight weeks in my bush back in Angel Falls, and it took Aquila a shockingly long amount of time to find me, because back then, I literally only stayed around that bush. It kind of, looking back on it, I don't think he was trying very hard to find me. We need to get back to the observatory. I have a lot of questions for Apis Major and Aquila. Make use of the recipes in this book once you've found a magic beast hide or two. Bash bad boons to bag them. Dynne finds recipes for a fur poncho, a fur vest, and a fur hood. He also finds recipes for leather? I can build simple machines now, apparently. As well as leather gloves and a leather kilt. That's great. I don't know what bad boons are, but I will find them eventually, skin them, and then turn them into pelts. Because that's the goal of all existence. Tiny child. I wanted to play with my friend, but she's gone to bed already, so I can't. I don't get it. Why she's gone to sleep when it's still light? Probably because, I mean, some people like to take cat naps in the middle of the day. It's very healthy. Is there a child in here? Is this the friend? He breaks plates and he scorches pans. How am I supposed to rest with all this racket going on? I have to get better soon so I can get everything back under control. Cough, cough. Dude, your wife does not appreciate all the noise. I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all, and y'all ain't gonna get no sleep because of me. Both my wife and daughter have come down with this wretched disease. I just don't know what to do. I suppose I just have to take good care of them and pray they get better soon. Not that I'm complaining, of course. I'll do whatever it takes to make them more comfortable. Whatever it takes, including bashing these pans over together and lighting the house on fire. Can I invade your endless expanse of void? See, this is a good fireplace, even though it lacks a chimney. Unless it's kind of built into the wall. It's probably built into the wall. This is a good fireplace. Even though, if it was up to me, I would have moved the table over a bit so it's centered. Because right now, only one person can kind of get the full brunt of the heat, I would just move it over. It's like humans, again, no sense of feng shui. It's kind of atrocious. More books. A child. Who puts a bed in just like the center of the room like this? Like put the headboard of the bed like lengthwise like this, so the headboard is against this wall, and then you can have like this entire section of wall, or any of the other walls really, be lined with the bookshelves. There's a book called Snaky Things to Make and Do. It goes without saying that you'll need snake skins to make the things in this book. Really, what gave it away? Take out a flython or two to get some, or just find some in a box in ancient forgotten ruins. Dynne finds recipes for a snakeskin whip, a serpentine whip, and a sidewinder. He also finds recipes for a cobra fan and large-scale armor. Nice, I have one snakeskin, but I'm not sure that's going to be truly helpful at the moment. Oh, I want to go out and play, cough, cough. Don't worry, small child. I am the king of helping all humans. Now that I have arrived in Cough-inwell, this is a town that's officially a part of my flock, so I am legally obligated by rules of the Almighty, Section 12, subsection 13, subsection A-9. Any member of your flock who is ill must be given the divine right of get better. And, you know, as a Celestrian, I can make sure everyone gets better. Except for the animals, because I can't talk to animals. I don't know how Aquila made so many friends with the animals. It is a lesson I have yet to learn. What is in the well? A door! A jail cell! Dude! Dude! Are you stuck? Do you need help? Do they just imprison people in the wells? I feel like that would be bad during a monsoon. Can I open the door? The door is locked. Dude, do you need help? Hey, he's probably down here for a reason. Someone was up here. Yeah, do you know about the dude in the well? He may be clever, but his behavior is far from it, if you ask me. The dude in the well. I'm talking about this scholar. What is he, an archaeologist? He's He's packaged himself away in a very small sardine can under the stairs. Tiny laboratory. I don't know what he does with the fish. Sorry, he's got this whole life ahead of him, and he shuts himself away in that dusty little room and refuses to come out. Oh my god, you sound like my mother. The only one he'll open his door to is his wife. He's married? He must have a screw loose or something. Why would you assume... Why would you assume he has a screw loose if he opens the door only to his wife? That just sounds like a dude who's dedicated to his work, and I'm like, yeah, I'm dedicated to my work, but I mean, my wife, she's incredible. Of course I'm gonna open the... It's like, do you open the doors to anyone who knocks on your doors? To just be like, oh, random visitor, hello, welcome. Feel free to peruse my singular bookshelf in the ever-increasing expanse of infinite void that I have in my wardrobe. Please, break all my pots as well. They respawn, seemingly indefinitely. I think you're the insane one. Let me get in the house. Is this the house? Like, look at this. I just stole $12 more. That's the inn fee. And an antidotal herb. Can I... infinite void... Wait, I can open up... a bandana. Can I do this one as well? Oh my god, I can. Didn't even realize that. Do you have infinite voids in your shelves? You do. That's so strange. Do you know about the shelves? I remember talk of how the same disease that's going around now attacked our town once before, a long, long time ago. I wonder how they managed to get the better of it back then. I wish there was something I could do to help my old man. Your dad or your husband? Because he's bald, it could be either. Cough, 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 cough. Ugh, I've had a fair few illnesses in my time, but none as bad as this one. Oh, I feel like I'm at death's door, so I do. Cough, cough. I need to help these people, because if I stay around here anymore, my dudes are gonna get sick. And if Nuts gets sick, I don't know what I'm gonna do. She's the priest. If she gets sick, we all die. Can I talk to you? My old mate, my great nun friend, and my grandpa have all come down with this stupid disease. I don't know. How am I supposed to figure out which one of them to go and visit first? Probably the one who is genetically related to you. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. Ashes, they all fall down. Because that's a song about the plague, which is incredibly topical. Isn't there a shop in this town? Let's go in this house first. We're right here. I am a fan of wasting time. A bookshelf. You have green hair and you're not rendered in 2 dimensions, which means you are an incredibly important individual. I know this to be true. There's a book called Martial Arts Essentials, Finessence, whose ingredients can be found on this very continent, is the first thing any fledgling fist fighter should fabricate. Dynne finds recipes for a tracksuit top, a tussler's top, and tracky bottoms. There's also a few recipes for tussler's trousers and finessence. That is interesting. I actually do want to look at that really quickly, and I also want to look at Bolts' equipment. What do you have? You have training top and training trousers. Okay, with that in mind, if I go into battle records, and I go into... You're making a mark on the monster world, I see. 10% of the defeated monster list has fallen at your huntsman's hands. Oh, another accolade. Thank you, Stella, for interrupting me. Presented to Dynne for triumphing over 10% of the creatures on the defeated monster list. Only 90% more to go. Alright, that's fine. Alchemiconomicons. I need to go into armor, specifically, and then I want to check out torso. Large-scale armor. I don't have scale armor or scale shield. That's fine. Tracksuit top. That's what I wanted. Training top and finessence. I have the training top. Okay, that's good. I need to make some finessence and tracky bottoms. I need finessence. What are tussler's trousers? Tracky bottoms. Ooh, I have 1 magic beast hide. Tracky bottoms. Tussler's trousers. I might be able to make them. How do I make finessence items? Finessence. What do I need? Fisticup, slipweed, and superior medicine. I can make superior medicine, but I don't think we have access to slipweed at the moment. We might. Actually, now that we are in Cough-inwell, we might be able to get it. I'll look into this. This will be a thing that we do next episode if we have the ability to. Because if we can upgrade the tracky equipment, that would be a pretty good upgrade for Bolts. It's less equipment that we would have to buy. And speaking of buying equipment, I believe there's a shop. Oh, they're on the other side of town. I can see on my map. You can see on the map the icons for different shops. The one that looks like the rosary that we picked up in the last episode, that's the church. The feather is general store, the sword is the weapon shop, and the shields is the armor shop. So that's what those symbols mean. If you look after your body like I do, you don't have to worry about no disease. But the woman and the kids and the old codgers need to be careful. There's plenty of them suffering now. I don't know, it's bloomin' hard being able to do nothing when your town's survival's on the line. Work in your local? Oh my god, soup kitchens. I'll teach you the recipe for French onion soup. It's a very potent cure-all, especially when I can steal all of their money. 5 gold and 2 gold, that's $7. Welcome to the item shop, how can I help you? You can help me by giving me things for free. Medicinal herb, antidotal herb, this is all pretty standard fare for regular item shops. Holy water, it's good to know that you can buy holy water here because that's useful for some recipes you might be able to use at the moment, but it's not super necessary. I want to check out the far more important things, being the weapon and the armor shop. Welcome to the armor shop. What can I do for you today? I want to see what you have to sell. How much money do I need to raise to get better equipment? Ooh, the shell shield. Do you have... No, you don't have scale mail or whatever it was, which is unfortunate. I might consider buying an upgraded shell shield. That would be fine. The shell shield, that's not terrible. Block chance at 0.5? I might upgrade the equipment. Hardwood headband, or headwear? Not sure. The turban, magical might and mending. I might get some turbans. They're not super expensive. I might consider getting some headwear. They're pretty cheap, all things considered. Chainmail, that's what I have. Bronze armor. Ooh, that's not terrible. That's 3 points better than the chainmail. Iron cuirass. Ooh, that's even better. I could dress myself up like a Saiyan. Good defensive garb made of iron that covers the chest. I might want to get that. Ooh, it's expensive though. It's 16 and that's 14. Ooh, I might consider. Garish garb? Ta-da, glitzy. Some might say gaudy garb for stars of the stage. I might get that one for Charles, although I might not. White t-shirt. It's just a plain old t-shirt. Well, that's fair. I might get the garish garb. I might get the iron cuirass. 32 up to 41. That's a good bit of defense for Charles. I might end up getting it. What about the gloves that we have? Leather gauntlets, we have those. Iron gauntlets? I don't think that would be helpful to Charles. It might, no. I want bolts to have gloves that do deftness, not defense. Leather gloves. Ooh, that would be a nice little increase. 6 whole points? That's not bad. I might get some leather gloves for bolts. Maybe for nuts as well. Leather kilt. Red skirt. A fierce, fiery, flashy, and fun bright red skirt. Magical might? Oh, no. If it was mending, that would be better. Because if it was mending, I would give that to nuts in a heartbeat. But Charles can't wear it, unfortunately. Iron kneecaps? Ooh, I might get those as well. Leather boots, those are for defense. Iron sabatons, those are also for defense, and clogs. Okay, so there's some items I might consider, but I'm not gonna be making a decision on that right yet. What about the weapon shop? Welcome to the weapon shop. How may I help you? I'm just doing some browsing, window shopping. The rapier, we already have those, and that's not super helpful for bolts either. The iron broadsword. Ooh, I might get that. That's a tidy little increase to damage for Dynne. Iron lance, long spear. Ooh, that's a pretty good increase for nuts. Ooh, 12 extra points. Ooh, it's expensive though. 1,400. Ooh. Bronze knife, divine dagger. Did I have the bronze knife before, or did I have the divine dagger? I think I had the divine dagger. I think I skipped the bronze knife entirely. Oh, poison moth knives. You can just outright buy them. I did not realize you could just outright buy them. I thought you could only get them from Amalgamate. That's fine. The staff of sentencing. Ooh, if I do an up 1,600. Ooh, I think Charles does deserve a new staff. He's been making do, working with his oak staff for a while. And this one does have a pretty tidy sum of an increase for damage. I might. What else do we have? We don't use staves, claws, or fans. Okay, so not the most super helpful of stuff. We're doing pretty good on equipment, I would say. There's a few things I might want to consider buying, but we'll look at those in the future. But before we leave, I want to check out the back rooms. We need to clip out of reality to make sure that there's nothing I am missing, because we need to be extremely thorough. Extremely. Yeah, I'm not missing anything. Good. 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 Break your pots. I will do everyone the disservice of breaking their pots. Let's go in the inn first, because I believe that's everything, except the things in the church, potentially. Have we spoken before? If you want to know what's going on here in Cough-inwell, you should go have a word with the mayor. Mayor Lario lives in the mansion up on the high bit at the back of town. You can't miss it. Something tells me I did miss it because I altered my perception of reality for a hot minute. Hello, my friend. We're on a holiday here, but my wife's fallen ill. If only we'd gone to Angel Falls for our honeymoon instead. Well, as long as you didn't instigate a bout of dysentery, everything would have been absolutely fine and dandy. Trust me, that place is as immaculate as a place filled with humans could ever be. Is this your wife? I've never been ill in my life until now, cough. Welp, I will save you, bunny girl. I will save you by peering into the endless void. There's so many endless voids. We need to, I don't want to sleep here. I feel like I'll die and get sick. Beds. See, these headboards are up against the wall. They know the very basics at the very least. 5 gold, oh my god. I can pay for the passage of time. You know, to the sticks. There don't seem to be any books of interest. How wonderful. That's fine. Where are we? We're in the lower floors of the mayor's mayoral basement. A purple door. I've never seen purple doors. The door is locked. Well, allow me in. The door is locked. The door is locked. I will say this, we cannot get into that door, and we will not be able to get in there for quite a long time, because as a purple door, this is actually what's known as a magic door, and we're going to need a special magic item to get it open, and we do not have access to that, and we will not have access to that for a long time. So, my advice, remember that it exists, but don't get your hopes up for getting in there anytime soon. What is this? I cannot interact with the map of the world. They're saying that a disease we had long ago been running from is running rampant all over ever since that big earthquake. I thought our ancestors got rid of it once and for all. I can't understand why it's back. Oh, this is probably a case of, re-emergent disease syndrome that human civilizations might be privy to after certain ecological world-shattering events. Because if I know anything, and I've read a lot of books, so I know something, is this massive earthquake that was recently happening almost certainly shattered open the polar ice caps, and within those frozen recesses of ice and time was ancient animal corpses and diseases and parasites and bacteria, and it was released into the open world after the earthquake, and now we are only getting the fallout first. Because Cough-inwell is up in the northern bit of this continent, so all of the meltwater from the north is coming here first. We need to stem the tides, figuratively and literally, because the tides are the thing that's bringing the disease to the ocean beaches. That is a big axe. That axe is bigger than I am. I've never seen a weapon bigger than I am. And that armor is so tall. Man, humans can go and grow quite big. I will say, they do typically tend to get bigger than Celestrians, but we have wings, so we're still superior. If you're here to see the master, you'll find him up in the library upstairs. Is it open source? Is it open to the public? Can I read his books? This house has long been the most distinguished in Cough-inwell, so there are many old manuscripts. Ooh, I love old manuscripts. That's what brought Dr. Fleming to Cough-inwell, in fact. He wanted to read through the manuscripts for his research. The master was happy to accommodate him at first, but then all that business with Miss Katerina happened and... Oh dear, I really shouldn't be gossiping like this. No, please continue. If you don't, I'll break all of your pots. No, this one has a chimney. Why then? Maybe it's just a different design. Maybe the fireplace in the other house had the chimney built into the wall. And maybe, I have many questions. Do you know anything about fireplace architecture, head chef, sir? Sure? No, I don't. I know about food and nothing else. It was as if the life and soul of this place was gone when Miss Katerina left to get married. I have no idea what she sees in him, but he's such a pale-faced nobody. I can't well understand why the master was so against the whole idea. Or I can understand. I can well understand. Sorry, I'm still on about the fireplace. And the realization that that green-haired woman rendered in 3 dimensions that I literally completely forgot to talk to. Like, you may think that I just ignored her on purpose. I genuinely forgot she existed after I read that book on the alchemy recipes. Something tells me we'll go and talk to her eventually. But, like, I'm being sincere when I say I literally forgot that she existed for a brief minute when I walked out of her house. I was the one who suggested to my husband that he ask Dr. Fleming to help decipher the old manuscripts. I'm hoping that it might help to forge a better relationship between them, you see. It's such a shame for Katerina that her father and husband don't get along. I felt I had to do something to help. We must find Katerina and her husband. There don't seem to be any books of interest. Well, this is not the Grand Library. I need to find the Grand Library because, these berries are deceitful. Wow, that is a big bathtub. Like, here, everyone line up single file. You can absolutely get 4 people in this tub, no problem. That's crazy. That is a massive bathtub. Between the bathtub and the armor downstairs, how big are these humans? Is this disease preventing them from growing to their natural heights? I need answers. So many questions. Ooh, cotton gloves. Are they helpful? I think we already have those. Oh, and a vacuum bell. Cool. We can use that to vacuum up dust particulates. Is this your library? 3 shelves of books? There's a book called, ooh, nice knife. Oh, I love knife making. Coagulant and manky mud are major knife-making ingredients, and everything begins with the poison moth knife. Oh, believe you me, I've consulted with my ancient tomes, my Celestrian knowledge, and I've already acquired that recipe. Dynne finds recipes for a divine dagger, a poison moth knife, and a batterfly knife. He also finds recipes for a poison needle and an assassin's dagger. Ooh, I want to check those out super quickly. Stella, do not interrupt me. Good. You're not giving me an accolade at the moment, which is fine. Weapons, knives, what do we have? Divine dagger, bronze knife. I feel like we can already buy those. Poison moth knife, that's the divine dagger we can buy. Manky mud, we made this in the last episode. The batterfly knife. Ooh, poison moth knife and butterfly wings. I might want to kill a bunch of butterflies and butterflies for them to drop their wings. I might want to do that. Poison needle, magic beast horn. We don't have any of those. Assassin's dagger, deadly nightblade, poison needle, and even cloth. Oh, we do have even cloth. How do we make a deadly nightblade? This is what I'm talking about. There are so many recipes that you need to know what recipes to make the recipes, so you can make the items that go into the recipes. And if my explanation is confusing, well, alchemy as a practice is as equally confusing. No books of interest. What about this one? There's a book called Casual Wear with Fashionable Flair. Lamb's wool is an essential for any clothes-making endeavor and can be harvested from ram raiders, among others. Dynne finds recipes for a cloak of concealment, gooey gear, and a majestic mantle. He also finds recipes for a robe of sweet dreams and a slood, as well as blessed bottoms. I want to check those out as well, because it's been a long time since I've actually gone through and checked what recipes I know. Alchemiconomicon. It would be under armor. Or, well, actually, let's go to all recipes and then go Sidewinder? Or we don't have those. Snakeskin whip. How do I make those? Snakeskin whip. Leather whip and snakeskin. We can buy leather whips and I can grind up snakeskins, I think. Serpentine whip has the snakeskin. Oh, we don't have magic beast horns, so that's out of the question. What about Sidewinder? Serpentine whip. Oh, we don't have tough to guy tattoos. All these things will be acquired later. Cobra Fang? Oh, we don't have any dragon scales, unfortunately. Fur hood. I could technically make a fur hood. Leather hat. Magic beast hide. I might. What about the slood? Pointy hat and a slime drop. I don't have any pointy hats. Scale armor. Oh, and then these things. Furry vest, that's fine. Majestic mantle, velvet cape, bow tie, and Brighton rock. Cloak of evasion, we don't have cloak of evasion. Yeah, a lot of these things are going to take quite a bit of know-how and resource management to get your hands on. So I'm not going to make it a priority right now, but eventually. Mayor, I have a feeling that a lot of stuff is going on in your town. Give me the rundown. So that's what it says. Oh, it's no use. I don't understand a word of it. I'll have to rely on his help after all. I have no choice. I must do something before any more people suffer needlessly. Oh, I beg your pardon. I didn't realize I had a guest. I'm Mayor Lauria. May I assist you with something? You're concerned about what's going on here in Cough-inwell. Yes, I am, apparently. I need more substance to fuel my train to get back to my magic shrub and my master and his master. I have questions. It's a big debacle. Don't worry about that. I'm here to help. Very well. I'll tell you all I know. You seem to be a very trustworthy sort. Anyone who puts a leather bowl on his head as a hat is trustworthy to the extreme. How about I give you my credit card details? I'm sure you're already aware that Cough-inwell is hit by a contagious disease called the contagion, I think. Is that what they called it? I think so. The fact is, the very same disease attacked the town a century ago. I started looking through the ancient manuscripts. Is a century ancient to you people? My God, mortals. I mean, like, even amongst the mortals, that's like, what, a generation? 2 generations? I mean, like, your grandparents would have been alive, well, maybe not 100 years, but like their grandparents? Surely there would have been stories. Like, it wouldn't be that far-fetched. I'm afraid I barely understood a word. It's only 100 years. How much language can change in 100 years? I mean, like, it depends on where you are. It can change a lot, but, like, not to be completely and utterly incomprehensible. I won't be beaten, though. I passed them on to Fleming in the hope that he might be able to make some sense of them. I imagine it won't be long before he turns something up, but I'm afraid I'm rather loth to go and ask him in person. Or loathe. I did not perceive the A in that word. That's not elf speak. That's me being illiterate. Of course! You care about what's going on here, don't you? I mean, calm down, man. I care, but not enough to get excited over. In that case, perhaps you could pop along to the Fleming's place for me and see how he's getting on. His house is just to the west of my mansion. Sorry to trouble you, but I would really appreciate it if you paid him a visit. All right. I guess I can do this very simple task for you, I suppose. If nothing else, I'm going to stand on your balcony. Balcony? Balcony. I am alone on this balcony. Balcony. Oh my god, I need to end this episode so I can reboot my brain, because right now it is crashing hard. I'm going to inject coffee into my veins so I can continue recording more episodes of Dragon Quest IX. So whether you watch this episode of that very same series, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. Later.